So I have finally collected all 6 Arabiyat Prestige Fruit Musk fragrances. So today I want to rank them and share which ones I personally would go out and repurchase. So let's get started. Now this is a really hard list to rank, to be honest with you, because I really think that all 6 of these are nice fragrances, which is very rare for a collection. But let's go through them. First up, we have Cranberry Musk. So cranberry, as the name implies, is definitely going to feature a prominent cranberry note. But what is interesting about the cranberry musk in comparison to all of the other ones is I feel like the musk and the airiness of the overall fragrance take center stage more than the actual cranberry notes. Like, yes, there's cranberry, but it's like it's a co-star to the musk and airiness. So it's not that it's a bad scent, but I wouldn't pick this up and think, oh wow, what a cranberry forward fragrance. The cranberry is striking. I would think, okay, this is a lightly cranberry tinted musk dryer sheet. Nothing more, nothing less. Not bad, but it could have just been called like fruit musk, or musk doesn't really give enough attention to the cranberry note. And so I think the fruit note in this fragrance, in comparison to all of the others, is incredibly, incredibly light. So if you're going into this thinking you're going to get a very strong cranberry fragrance, I think you will be disappointed. However, if you're like, I just want an airy, musky, still nice smelling fragrance, and you don't really care that it's not going to really feature cranberry that much, then it's still gonna be okay for you. And that's really the saving grace. I think the way that they've done the musk and the airiness in all of these fragrances is very nice in comparison to other launches that have tried to do this. Like the Royal Musk line, I hate every single one of those perfumes. Because of how they've done the musk in that line, it comes off very, again, gas station, incense stick to me, not my vibe. But this one is like a clean, fresh musk. It kind of reminds me of the musk that you get in the Ashal musk, which is inspired by Kayali's Musk 12. So I like the musk, but too weak on the cranberry. Next up, we've got Cherry Musk. What I find interesting about this fragrance is that it's the first cherry fragrance that I have in my collection that has a slight milkiness to it, which is interesting. I don't usually see milkiness combined with cherry, but this has added notes of lactones, which gives it that slightly smooth, milky type of scent profile. So overall, it's kind of like a cherry milk, or like a soft, kind of fluffy cherry perfume. I mean, technically all of these fragrances honestly are very fluffy because of the way that they've done the musk, but this is like a slightly lactonic, fluffy cherry, which is pretty. It's not a syrupy cherry, it's not a Robitussin cherry or medicinal cherry. It is a slightly lactonic, milky cherry fragrance that is still fluffy and airy. My only issue with this fragrance is kind of similar to the cranberry one. I feel like it could be more. Like, yes, I smell a lot more cherry in this for sure. It's not just musk, but in terms of the actual performance and longevity, it's not fantastic, at least on my skin. I felt like it faded away just after a couple of hours, which was disappointing. So if it had been stronger and just a lot longer lasting, I would have liked it and rated it more for the actual scent profile itself, but the performance was a little bit weak, so she has to be number 5. Next up, we've got Pear Musk. Pear Musk was not really what I was expecting, to be honest with you. It's not that it smells bad, but it doesn't really give me a lot of pear. I more so just kind of get sweetness, like some kind of sweet smorgasbord of fruit cocktail. But I don't know if I would call that pear. To be honest with you, it's not that pear forward. And if you look at the notes, the first notes that are listed are fruity notes. So that kind of makes sense that it might just be a blend of a whole bunch of different fruits. So it's not bad, but it's just not a fragrance that I would be like, oh, if someone were to ask me for a really good pear leading type of scent, I would recommend this. No, if you were to just say you want a musky, fruity fragrance, then I could recommend this, but it doesn't really capture pear. But it's still really nice. I think the longevity and performance of this one is definitely better than the 2 before it. I don't think that it just relies on musk. It can come off a little bit synthetic at times in the initial spray. It can come off a little bit harsh. When it dries down, that really does start to dissipate. But overall, not a bad fragrance, but not what I was expecting. Now, these last 3 for me really start to get good. So next up, we have Lychee Musk. This is really nice. Like, if you want a very sweet lychee, but still fresh, almost green, not too green, but a little bit, it's gonna be this one. Now, in the opening, I do think this can come off a little bit synthetic with the apple and the way that they've done the green notes in the lychee. But it's the dry down of this that I think is quite pretty. And unlike the other fragrances, I really feel like you can get the lychee. Like, you don't have to wonder as to whether or not it's there. And I think the combination of the lychee with the added green notes, which add on that additional freshness to the overall scent profile, is really, really nice. You also have some rose in the heart and some caramel in the base. It doesn't turn it into too much of like a caramelly gourmand scent. I still think it's, very much a fruity forward type of scent, but the caramel does add a little bit of extra warm sweetness in the dry down that I think is nice. I think if you like lychee fragrances, this is definitely one to check out. So these last two fragrances, it was very hard for me to pick which one I wanted to put in the #1 spot, but I think I've got it figured out. So in the #2 spot, we have Marshmallow Musk. Ah, man, this is so simple, yet so good. You absolutely get the marshmallow smell. But it's like it's got maybe a little drop of Yambuji because, of course, I think at this point when I smell strawberry and marshmallow, it's always going to remind me of Yambuji, but it's not just trying to dupe that fragrance at all, in my opinion. This is a really, 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 really musky, dryer sheet marshmallow scent. This smells like you put a whole fistful of marshmallows in your pocket, you forgot about them, you went and washed your clothes with dryer sheet and marshmallows still in there, all melted together, and when it comes out, somehow your clothes are not ruined, but you're forever left with this marshmallow dryer sheet accord, and it's beautiful. I love it. This has become one of my favorite scents to grab post, after the shower. It just smells so fluffy and inviting, and I already love fragrances that are marshmallow based as like cozy, around my house kind of scents. So this one though is just adding on that extra musk level to like the umpteenth degree. I mean, of course, we pretty much get musk in almost everything, but I didn't have a marshmallow scent that really leaned into like, no, I'm really trying to be a marshmallow dryer sheet for you right here. I love it. I also find it to be pretty strong for what it is. Like, marshmallow scents are usually not the strongest because they are designed to be fluffy and airy in nature. But this one, in comparison to the other ones on this list, actually is pretty strong. I really smell it on my skin for a good chunk of time afterward. It's fantastic. I really enjoy it. If you like marshmallow, you like musk, please do yourself a favor and try this one out. I haven't mentioned anything about the packaging. I actually really enjoy all of the bottle designs for the Marshmallow Musk line. They're very true to form in terms of, the color style that they're trying to capture. I think it's overall clean and pretty, and I got nothing bad to say about it. So yeah, Marshmallow Musk, big, big fan. And in the #1 spot, if you haven't guessed it already, this was actually the first Arabiyat Prestige Musk fragrance that I tried, which is a little bit unfortunate because I kind of started at a very high note. So I've always compared all of the new ones to this one. And this is just still absolutely fantastic. We are talking about the one and only Blueberry Musk. Oh my God. This smells, to me, so much more expensive than what it's actually giving. Does that make sense? It smells more expensive than the price tag would reflect. That's a better way to say it. Such a good blueberry. If you like blueberry scents, this is a great blueberry fragrance. This is definitely one that improved as time went on. I mean, you guys know that happens a lot with perfumes in general, but especially the Middle Eastern ones, I really think they do improve over time, or our nose improved over time. Who knows which one it is, but it changed over time and became even stronger. But I did still think that it was great upon the initial spray when I got it as well. This is a blueberry forward fragrance. Unlike, the pear and the cranberry, this one really leans into the blueberry aspect of the fragrance. But to me, it doesn't open up like just a blueberry dessert. It's not too overly gourmand like that. It opens up with blueberry, but it also feels a bit more elevated. You get moss and patchouli, which really help to add depth to the overall scent profile, and it makes it still smell like a perfume or cologne. I also think that this one is very unisex. I 100% think that a man or a woman could wear this without issue. As it dries down, it almost becomes a little bit sweeter, like you're almost gonna be left with a little bit more of a gourmand take, but it's, to me, never really dances too intensely in the, gourmand territory. I mean, I know it is technically gourmand, it's blueberry, but it's an actual blueberry perfume. It's blueberry, musk, perfume, moss, patchouli, and by far the strongest out of all of them. Longevity, projection, the strongest, and maybe also the most unique. So big, big fan of Blueberry Musk. We'll definitely check this one out if any of those notes are up your alley. So let me know, guys, if you have tried any of the Arabiyat Prestige Musk fragrances, and if you have, what your thoughts are of the entire line. And I will see you guys back tomorrow for our next episode.